Cycling is getting rather expensive, but how about this top-end build that we put together? This might just be the most expensive bike that money can buy, but is it what you choose? Let's dive in.
Right, we've all seen the price of bikes rising, and this got us thinking, just how much is it possible to spend on a road bike?
A lot. We're all big bike fans here, and whilst we know that any performance gains at this very up end of the market are going to be at best marginal, we still like having a gander at money no object components and fantasizing about how we'd spend our lottery winnings.
Absolutely. We have stuck to a few rules though. Every product we've chosen has to be ready to buy off the shelf, so there's no custom made components with no RRPs here. Everything also has to fit together. For example, the seat post has to be the right diameter for the frame set, and the drivetrain bits all have to be compatible with each other. And this means it is possible to actually buy, build and ride this bike. So if you've just robbed a bank or you're looking to hemorrhage some cash fast, then don't say we don't ever make videos for you.
The grand total of our money no object build will of course be revealed at the end of the video, but before we get that far, why don't you have a guess in the comments as to how much you reckon you can spend? Don't cheat.
Right, we'll start with the big bit, and we're going to need a frame. So we've gone for the Pulley Z0 disc. It fits the bill very nicely, coming in at a staggering £7,899.
So featuring custom geometry, custom carbon layup, as well as tubing made by Pulley themselves, the frame is neither lugged nor uses traditional tube-to-tube construction methods, as instead uses a more precise, more costly Pulley tube joining process, which they claim is the technical benchmark for fusing carbon fibre together in a monolithic structure.
There's the explanation for the price in one sentence.
It's also apparently a stronger construction method that uses only carbon fibres to fuse each tube together for unparalleled strength.
So it's not going to break.
Maybe that's apparently the
In fact, Pulley says that there's just 20 grams of metal in this frame, which is quite a lot less than most other carbon bikes. Whether that makes it better, well, your guess is as good as ours, because no one was stupid enough to leave us alone with an 8K frame.
Next up, we're going to need some handlebars, and we've opted for these Schmolke road bars all over TLOs. In fairness, we could have chosen quite a few bars from Schmolke's range of exotic carbon offerings, but these all-overs take the biscuit at like 535 quid.
Of course, we went for the most expensive unidirectional carbon option. These have rather interesting shifter mounting hardware and a standard 31.8mm clamping area for the stem. So, we'd better find one of those.
Absolutely. We've stuck with Schmolke to provide
I think it is just Schmolk.
Is it?
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Well, they provide the stem. Their carbon TLO stem will set you back €524, or quite a few of your British pounds.
Yeah, you're not getting very much weight for your money here as well, because it weighs just 81 grams. But you do get a choice of either 100, 110 or 120mm length.
Upon that neatly woven stem, we're going to fit a Silka Mensola computer mount, which will set you back a further £175. You might have already seen one of our articles on this, and if so, you'll know all about the clever 3D printed titanium structure, which is supposedly 12 times stronger than traditional methods. Now, this does seem a tad overkill, but it is a neat way of finishing off the front end of the bike.
Absolutely. Even though we've already spent about 5 times what my car's worth, we're still not going to get very far without a group set. And we've chosen the Super Record EPS group set from Italy's Campagnolo. For no other reason than this hydraulic 12-speed electronic version is the most expensive production group set ever made. And we saw Tadej Pogacar go quite quickly on it.
Yeah, he is quite rapid.
All the group sets.
Campag claims that it's got the strongest motors on the market, and you can also do some very fancy shifting things with this group set. Basically, the reason it's here costs 3,586 quid. Not bad.
Now, the eagle-eyed viewers will have seen that the group set includes a chain and a crankset. However, we've gone ahead and minused £853 for the cost of those, so that we can replace them with some well, more expensive alternatives.
Yeah. One of the components being subbed in is this Verve InfoCrank 3D tie, because what superbike is complete without a power meter, especially one that costs 4,740 quid.
Ooh. This 3D printed titanium crankset offers dual-sided measurement with an error of less than 1%. There's no recalibration or regular re-zeroing required, and Verve says that the torque is measured at a rate of 256 times per second per crank arm.
Good, I don't know what that means. There does seem to be a pattern developing here with expensive things being made out of 3D printed titanium.
There certainly does, and I have a sneaky suspicion that there's going to be some more of it coming.
Ooh, yes. On those 5-bolt cranks, we're going to fit a set of carbon tie carbo ring chain rings in a 5339 size, which will add an extra 410 euros to the price. We've also gone to carbon tie for a set of through axles and brake rotors. That's another £113 or £310 respectively.
It's some very light stuff, but we might have forgotten a pretty major part, and that's the wheels.
Oh yeah, you do need them. You do.
Yes. Right, what have we got?
I think there was only really one choice here, and that was go to lightweight for the Fernweg Evo. They'll set you back a cool £7,865, and at 63 millimeters, they should add some more aero performance to our money no object build. Perhaps more importantly, they just look brilliant.
The carbon spokes and hubs certainly do look pretty trick. And talking of wheels, there's another area where we can add some dollars to our build.
Ah yes, everyone's favourite place to splurge money, oversized jockey wheels. This ceramic speed tie OSPW system could do the trick. There's a version for our Campag rear mech, and it costs 1,410 quid.
And whilst looking for that, we also stumbled across a ceramic speed chain. £114 for a 12-speed coated chain. We'll take, well, just one.
Well, you're not going to like the look of these then. The Rene Hurst Chinook Pass cost £90 a piece. We're obviously going to need a pair, so that's 180 quid. And inside we're putting a set of Silka latex inner tubes. That'll be an additional 78 quid for the pair.
Actually rate them. Up top though, we're opting for an Envy inline seat post. That will cost us £290, which is a relative bargain compared to some of the seat posts out there. But we're going to need one in a 30.9mm size, so it's going to have to do.
Mounted to it is going to be a Selle Italia SP01 Boost Techno Superflow saddle, which has a price tag to match the name at 429 quid.
People always say that you should match your saddle to your handlebar tape, so we haven't. Instead, we've gone for some Brooks England leather tape, which will set you back £55. Add in some Silka titanium bottle cages at £90 a piece, and a custom carbon top cap at £110, and we've nearly completed the build.
Wait, what if we don't want to take our new bike outside and, you know, want to dual record for power on Zwift?
That's tenuous, but yeah. Go with it.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going to need some power pedals basically, aren't we? How about some Look Exact dual-sided ones? Because they'll cost us another £1,350.
Perfect. Throw in some muck off ludicrous lube at 50 quid for just 50 millilitres. And I'd say we're done. Who's ready for the scores on the door?
Oh, yes, please. Well, if you guessed back at the start that our total build would cost £29,975 and 20 pence, then you've just won yourself. No, I'm joking. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah. If you think that we've missed a trick and overlooked some other extraordinarily priced product, then let us know down below. Did you think that our build would cost this much or less than this?
And one thing, while all these parts are super expensive, they might not actually make a bike that you'd want to ride.
No.
The World Tour, however, is full of nice bikes that, well, I would have any of them.
I'd ride them.
And so check out that video. Proving that you don't need 30 grand to have a nice bike. Take a look at these Vitas.
Yeah, you can get a lot for your money with Vitas, to be fair. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.